But I kind of think they're going to be split. Looking at that, like I think we're going to be okay in the first and second, but
Yeah, there's not very many. They're the only
we
ones
have
that,
a lot of
if we
buys.
can get to the semis, I mean, I want them not to reach till the finals potentially, but semis I at least am tolerable. That's how far I want them to just be spread out if they can.
Huh? February 27th. Yeah. We'll dance our way out of there. Yeah, I am ready. I'm even to the point where I have to sign up for Medicare and everything. So they tell me it's great. Everybody I've talked to said it is great.
Hey,
I know. Even though we've got a good out, it's still scary. But can you imagine if you just had to rely on social security? Then you'd really say, I'm stepping off the cliff. Yeah, I went up and told the guys that were leaving yesterday. I went up and visited with them, sent them on their way. And John called and he says, palletize all that epoxy paint. So I don't even have any paint. So I'm just warehousing it. Yeah, I palletized 2 pallets of epoxy 2 things high.
okay.
Oh,
What?
he's shipping it off. He's salvaging it.
No, all the boys are over here, and then tomorrow the girls will be down there. So they're using those for today's kind of
I know
warm-up
where it's
nets.
going though. It's going to Leamington. No, to his buddy.
No, all the boys are over here, and then tomorrow the girls will be down there. So they're using those for today's kind of warm-up nets.
It's a few thousand. No, you can still get on the internet and do it. But you know what? You
No,
live
all the
without
boys
it
are
this
over here,
long.
and then tomorrow the girls will be down there. So they're using those for today's kind of warm-up nets.
Hey, we'd like to welcome you out to the 2025 Divisional B Wrestling Tournament held here at Juab High School. We're in the Hive. And we are just mere moments away from starting with the different matches that are lined up. If we take a moment to look at what the schedule will be for this tournament, we have a few different rounds that we'll be wrestling today. We expect to be starting here at 3 o'clock with the championship rounds, which everyone will be participating in. There's 3 mats here at the Hive. Tomorrow, when the girls come, they'll be on the other side utilizing some mats they have set up down there. At 4 o'clock, we'll move into the championship quarterfinals, which 3 mats as well as consolations. And then at 6 o'clock, we will have 3 mats with consolation matches. So we see 3 rounds going on this evening. Then we'll be back tomorrow morning at 10:30 to start with the championship semifinals and then consolation quarterfinals. At 12:30, we'll do the consolation semifinals on 3 mats. And that will also help with placing our 7th and 8th and 9th and 10th. We'll be taking 8 per weight to the state tournament, but they do wrestle for a true 9th place in order to make sure if anyone is injured or otherwise not able to participate, they're the next man in. From there, at 2 o'clock, they'll be doing the consolation finals. These will be the placement matches for 3rd and 4th and 5th and 6th. And then tomorrow, they'll have 1 mat for the finals starting at 3:30 to crown our divisional championship. And we hopefully will see quite a few of our Delta wrestlers there. We'd like to welcome anyone else who's joining us that's not a Delta fan. We'll do our best to bring as much action as we are able to on the various mats that we have here. Delta, I believe, has 25 wrestlers out of the 28 that are able to do it. So
We'll do as much as we can, but we'll do a Delta focus. If we can get someone, if they're wrestling, you point us out, we'll start broadcasting.
So yeah, we've had quite a few people come up and ask if we'd broadcast their matches. Asking if we'd broadcast their teams' matches, and we'll do what we can. We've got 2 cameras, so we can most of the time do 2 mats. Sometimes we'll zoom out and do a 3rd mat. In the process, we'll be starting at 106 pounds when it's time. Kyler Jenkins, he's going to have a bye this first round, and Trey Manus will be wrestling, and we'll bring you who they're wrestling once those start. For 113 pounds for Delta, Tristan Ashby and Nash Jensen both will have first-round byes, so we won't see them until the 2nd round. At 120 pounds, Uriah Anderson will have a bye. Manny Lopez also wrestling at that weight class. 126 pounds, Austin Stevenson and Cage Bunker. At 132, Ian Bryan will be wrestling. Harvey Walgren has a bye. At 138 pounds, McCrae Wade and Carter Anderson will be here at the divisional tournament wrestling there. At 144, Trey Bradshaw and Bo Bryan are both up. Cash Nelson and Braxton Kessler will be wrestling for 150 pounds. At 157, Dominique Villegas and Colton Anderson will be wrestling. 165 pounds, Carson Nelson. He'll receive our first round bye. 175 pounds, Zager Thatcher will be representing our Delta at that weight class. At 190, Bobby Harrison. At 215, Anthony Suarez. And then at 285, Delta has 2 with Alan Mendez receiving a bye, as well as Cole Bailey has a first round bye. So lots of wrestling for us to be able to enjoy. And then we'll have some Delta wrestlers who will get some byes. I'm not sure if this is quite like the state tournament, I guess it's the divisional. So usually at the divisional tournament, they don't necessarily get a bye based off of record. They do somewhat of a drawing and lottery, because if they are wrestling and they only have a bye, that only gives them a 1-point advancement, and they're not able to get the major decision, tech fall, or pinpoint. So it's a little bit of a lottery that way. So you may see the number 1 kid have a bye. You may see the number 1 kid have to wrestle someone of lower class here. Here at the Divisional B tournament, we have the following teams: Juab, Morgan, Delta, North San Pete, Richfield, Carbon, and Summit Academy, along with Juan Diego. Hey, they're getting on the all call right now, and they're welcoming everyone here to the divisional tournament. I would expect that we'd see some type of, they're going to do a little honoring of the colors. I think they said Cameron Whiting will be singing the national anthem, so we'll step away as they do that. Okay, beautiful rendition. And we were also pleasure to have some little gals next to us that were singing along with her. And they did a fabulous job. And I bet they're just going to get away right here quickly. And they do. They say, let's get ready to wrestle. We have the Delta cheerleaders running next to the mat right now as we've got a slug of them here to help cheer on the Delta wrestlers. We appreciate all that they do to be able to support them. So while we're kind of waiting for our first matches to begin, if you would be so kind as to hit the share button and share these matches so other people can enjoy them and support Delta Wrestling. Again, if we have anyone else joining us that's not with Delta, we'll do our best to try and bring you matches about them. Here on mat number 2 to start, we have a Trey Manus of Delta. He's taking on Josh Watson of North St. Pete. Josh Watson is a freshman at North St. Pete, and Trey Manus also is a freshman. Trey Manus comes in with a track wrestling record of 28-10 on the season, and Watson does not have a record showing there, as quickly Manus is able to get behind and get the 3-point takedown. Ashby looking to get him turned. He does so. Here comes the near fall as they near the edge of the mat. Trying to get the fall. He's got to get that right shoulder down in order to make it happen. Not quite able to do it, but he's going to come up with some near fall, but he's got to break that lock, and he does. So he brings that left arm across the back, bars it up, goes for a bar and a half, starts to run it. Has him stacked. He should be pinned right there. And the official agrees with that. We'll switch our attention over to mat number 1. This has Trevor Cowan wrestling Sam Woosley. Cowan the favorite here at the tournament with a record of 43-1 and only a freshman. Woosley 3-12 on the season, also a freshman. This match currently is 6-1 in favor of Cowan of Juab. Cowan lets him escape. So now 9-2. Okay, 3 near fall added. He'll extend his lead 12-2. 38 seconds to go in the first period for Cowan of Juab, the number 1 seed at 106 pounds here at the Divisional B tournament. He's got him on his back. More near fall being counted. 2 counts so far. And he's going to have him stacked right there, and there's the fall. So Trevor Cowan of Juab, he's going to advance in the tournament. Coming back to mat number 2. This is featuring Decker Ford and Emin Moradi. Decker Ford, I think he came down quite a bit. He was wrestling 126 earlier in the season, and we've seen a big drop as he's been able to meet his weight management plan and drop down to that lower weight. Decker Ford, if I recall, last year as a freshman, he took first place. This year, a sophomore. At 120, he wrestled Uriah Anderson earlier in the year. Uriah Anderson beat him over at the North Sevier tournament. But this is a state champion for Juab in the all-black, taking on from Richfield in the red. Decker Ford with a record of 15-19 on the season. Emin Moridi, a freshman, only has a track wrestling record of 1-5 on the season in here. So Ford looking to get the fall, and he does. And we'll just keep it right here on mat number 2, as it looks like Manny Lopez will be up next as he's warming up, shaking hands with the coach. Coach giving him the last little bit of advice as he loosens him up, ready to go out there. Slap of the hand, teammate Uriah Anderson, and Manny is ready to go. Again, Kyler Jenkins has a first round bye along with Tristan Ashby and Ash Jensen, so that's why we're all the way up to 120. And Manny Lopez is taking on Morgan's Carter Wardell, Jr. with a record of 24-15. Manny with a record not listed here on Track Wrestling. Morgan is listed as the favorite in this mat, but we'll see how Manny does. Usually one that's pretty good on his feet, quickly trying to get around for a reversal, not able to make it happen just yet. A locking of hands missed by the official as they came back down to the mat. Minute 27 to go in this first period. Manny Lopez trails 3-0 to Wardle of Morgan. Manny looking to pull that hand off the back of his head. He's able to do so. Wardle has a bar, has a wrist, looking to run it. Manny looking to come up to his feet. Now looking to maybe try to get a switch. Not able to. Coach telling Manny just stand up. He was there. Okay, telling him to keep control of the hands. 5 seconds to go. He still trails 3-0. Manny is able to come to his feet, but he's got to face him. He's got 26 seconds to do so. He does. Quickly tries to counter with his own shot. Not quite in the position he'd like to have. Needs to be careful not to get caught up, and he does. 15 seconds to go as Morgan looks to throw in a bar. So 11 seconds to go. They'll restart. Okay, not much time left, so that's probably going to end 6-1 in favor of Wardle out of Morgan, ahead of Lopez out of Delta. Lopez's choice. He's going to defer. Porter looks to his coach, and he wants to go back to his feet as he's been successful to get 2 takedowns so far. The official starts. Manny tries to do a quick drag by not able to make anything of it. Okay, Morgan in with a single leg, now trying to double off. Manny looking to counter it. Tries to throw him through, and he's not able to, but he is able to stay from getting on his back. Goes to his belly. 9-1, minute 35 to go. Lopez trailing. Cradle being locked up by Morgan as he tries to kind of step around and bring Lopez to his back. Lopez trying to break it. Just a minute to go in this second period. Official's going to stop him. Looks like we've got a little bit of blood time. As we wait for this one to start, we'll just bring our attention over temporarily to mat number 1, as where Chase Sorensen, the sophomore from North St. Pete, he's ahead 11-0 over Carbon's Caden Smith, a freshman. Carbon in the blue, North St. Pete in the red. Minute 40 to go in the third period. And Sorensen, he's able to extend his lead. He's now going to be up, I believe, 14-0. 12 not a fall before. So he's got that match well in hand as we'll bring our attention back to mat number 2, where Lopez of Delta is trailing 9-1 with just over a minute to go in the second period. They come to their feet. Lopez looking to work hands. He does. He breaks away and then tries to do a quick reshot. Not able to make a connection with the leg as now he tries to get his control back of his head. Morgan's trying to get around behind. And Lopez looks like he's trying to do almost like a modified fireman's, but not able to. Morgan's able to get around behind, add 3 more points to his lead. And now he's up 12-2 with 37 seconds to go in this second period. We have on deck on mat number 3, Austin Stevenson and Cage Bunker both coming up. So as soon as Lopez is done here, we'll do that. And if they start earlier, we'll bring you both of those matches at the same time. And that looks like what it's happening. So we're going to split our screen now, as we still have Manny Lopez on mat number Manny Lopez on mat number 2. Austin Stevenson taking on the 2-time state champ Cody Dykes. Dykes won as a freshman and as a junior. He's a senior wrestling. He quickly gets the takedown, looks to let Stevenson back up. Another takedown to his back. Near fall being counted against. I think this is the first time these two have met this season. So 1-point escape, 8-1 in favor of Dykes against Stevenson here on the right-hand screen. And here on the left-hand screen, Lopez still trailing 15-3, a minute 8 to go in the third period. Dykes looks to finish a shot. Stevenson trying to counter. Not able to do it just yet, but still working. He's able to prevent Dykes from getting that shot done. As Lopez again taken down, so the score is going to be 18-4 in favor of Morgan Wrestler. And Dykes looks to get a deep half. He's got the takedown, and with the near fall, that won't quite do it. So he's probably going to look to pin him. They go to bounds over here, but the tech fall has already occurred. So we'll just do our full attention now to mat number 3, where Austin Stevenson currently trails 11-2 against Dykes of North St. Pete. Stevenson doing his best to fight him off. Dykes trying to get the fall. He's going to add to his score. He's now up 15-2, 13 seconds to go in the first period. Trying to fight it off. Time runs out as they try to untangle themselves. So Stevenson not able to advance, but facing a two-time state champ, I think he did a good job avoiding allowing North St. Pete to get any pinpoints, as now Cage Bunker of Delta is up on mat number 3. He comes into the tournament, I believe, as the number 2 seed. He's a senior with a record of 31-8. He's in on Dylan Pence of Morgan, only showing a record of 3-2 on track wrestling. Bunker goes to work quickly. He scores a 3-point takedown. Has a tight waist. And looks to make a little bit more happen with it. Rolls that wrist, gets the hand on the back of the head. They're crawling near the edge of the mat. Bunker trying to keep him on as he has a bar. Has a half, rolls him through, has him on his back. And now that we're to divisionals, that's what you want. Get them on their back quick and hopefully get the falls quick. But he's able to survive the Morgan wrestler Pence. And so Bunker, he goes up 7-0 with 1:08 to go in the first period. Bunker has him on his back again. It looks close, have the falls, got to break the bridge. As they've found the pocket of light coming in through the window, Bunker is able to get the fall, and he'll advance now to the quarterfinals. We'll just keep some attention here on mat number 3. We don't have a Delta wrestler here, but we'll just bring up the ones that are coming up as we continue to advance. Ian Bryan will be our next wrestler. He's in the hole on mat number 2. So this is Richfield's crew, Udi, taking on striker Lee, both freshmen. Lee doesn't have a record showing, but Udi a record of 12-20. Looking at them, Richfield is in the all red, and North St. Pete kind of has the black on the top part on the back side of their singlet. So nothing yet. Minute 28 expired. Is now North St. Pete looks to get behind. He's able to, so he's now up 3-0 with a minute 20 to go. This is a 132-pound weight class we're watching on mat number 3. Other matches happening on mat number 2, Braxton Blackett, the number 3 seed. He is currently losing to Hayden Hunt out of Carbon. And on mat number 1, Colby Burton, a freshman, is trailing Jaron Becker, a freshman out of Carbon. So Kerry Wade has been assigned to mat number 3. So we've got him and Ian Bryan both coming up here fairly soon. So 40 seconds to go here on mat number 3 as Richfield's able to get the reversal, and he's looking to get some near fall as he just threw his hips up and over and was able to counter. Not able to get any near fall points yet, but it looks like he's in good position. He's got 25 seconds to make something happen. Near fall being counted. And just needs to get a little bit better positioning, and I don't think he's going to be able to quite get it unless he's able to wrench that down right now. He might, and he does. So Richfield, who trailed with a quick takedown by North San Pete, he's able to get a reversal, near fall, and the fall, and he'll be advancing. So keeping things here on mat number 3, we'll have Adams and McIntyre coming up. Adams from Juab, he's a senior with a record of 6-8, and Isaac McIntyre of Carbon with a record of 14-10. He's a 9th grader. Juab has that sick-em-up bleach blonde hair, and in the all-black singlet, Carbon will come out in the blue singlet. We're on mat number 1, Jaron Becker of Carbon. He wins his mat. And on mat number 2, Braxton Blackett, he's switched the scores around. He was trailing earlier. He's now ahead 16-8 here in the third period that has just started. But here on mat number 3, Hayden Adams, a senior, taking on Isaac McIntyre, freshman out of Carbon, as Adam looks to quickly try to get a takedown, loses it. Now he has, let's see what's the official stops him. And I was looking down at my paper, I didn't quite see. Oh. So a potentially dangerous call, a 1-point violation in favor of Carbon. Carter Anderson also has been assigned to mat number 3. So on mats 2 and 3 of the 4 next matches, 3 of them will be Delta. So we're just taking a little break here as no real actions occurred as Adams now gets a shot in. He's going to try and capitalize. He does. So with the earlier 1-point penalty in favor of Carbon, he leads 3-1 with 1:20 to go in the first period. Okay, mat number 2, Braxton Blackett, he gets the fall. We have 1 minute to go in the third period as Adams walks out Carbon's McIntyre. And on mat number 1, Carbon's Leyburn is trailing Easton Henry of North San Pete 3-0. .46 seconds to go. Adams of Juab has the cradle locked up. He's trying to get the fall over Carbon. Carbon's able to break it. Not before 3 points of near fall is awarded, so he's up 8-1, 33 seconds to go in the first period. Over on mat number 1, Easton Henry, who has been leading, just got called for a technical violation of locking hands as Carbon's Cohen Leyburn looking to get a reversal, and he does, so he'll tie it up 3-3 on mat number 1. Adams over on mat number 3 right here on the screen had the cradle, and he will get 2 near fall as we have 5 seconds to go in the first period. And they'll stop right there. So on mat number 1, Cohen Leyburn, who had been trailing from Carbon, he's able to turn things around and win by fall. At number 2, we have Hudson Houts of Juan Diego wrestling Ryler Jorgensen. Jorgensen, the senior, leads 3-0. And still here on mat number 3 as we start the second period. Adams up 10-1 of Juab over Carbon. Again, we're at the Divisional B tournament in Juab at the Hive facility, featuring 8 of the 3A schools. The other 9 are at the Division A tournament. Adams got a tight waist send a half, looking to get him turned over. He does. He's able to get his men over, but has a hard time holding at least this particular wrestler in a pinning combination, but repeatedly gets that near fall. And he's going to add to that as 4 more are being added, and that probably should tech him. And the official blows the whistle. That does tech him, as Carbon thought for a second he had made something happen, but it's a little too late, as Adams will get that technical fall over Carbon. We're going to keep our attention here on mat number 3 as we have McCrae Wade. He'll be up next. McCrae Wade is a freshman from Delta, and he's taking on Cimarron Wardle of Morgan. This is the second Wardle from Morgan that we've seen. Morgan's wrestler has a record of 25-11 and is a senior, and Delta's freshman Wade will be taking him on. This is the first time that these two wrestlers have met. Trey Bradshaw has wrestled the Morgan kid twice this year, beating him the first time 10-5, and the second time by fall in overtime. Morgan in with a shot, lifts him up, brings him down. 3 points awarded for him as they near the edge of the mat. Wade comes to his feet. Underhook put in by Morgan. As he goes in, switches to a single into a double. Trying to elevate him. He does bring him down to the mat. He adds to that. So he's now up 6-1, a minute 18 to go in the third period. Again, he lets him escape. Wade countering as they go near the edge of the mat. We're going to have 6-2, just over 1 minute to go in the first period. Wardle kind of looks like he likes to get that underhook and then drop it as he goes in for a leg. And with the underhook again, Wade trying to get his own leg, kind of reaches down and grabs it. Nothing happens with it. Again, Wardle goes in, double leg, takedown. He goes up 9-2, 42 seconds to go. Senior from Morgan taking on the freshman Wade of Delta. Another escape, 9-3, 35 seconds to go. As from on mat number 2, that mat just concluded. Ryler Jorgensen of Morgan won over the Juan Diego wrestler. 23 seconds to go on mat number 2, and we're going to split our screens as now we'll have 2 Delta wrestlers. Ian Bryan of Delta is coming up. Ian Bryan, junior from Delta, taking on Morgan's Brigham Thackeray. Neither one of them looks like to have a complete record on track wrestling. As we head into the second period on mat number 3, Wade defers. He's trailing 12-3 as Morgan wrestler chooses neutral. He's had 3 takedowns so far. So both these matches are Delta versus Morgan, as Bryan, he has, looks like a barbed wire, hasn't got the takedown yet. He needs to get behind, but he's going to do it by getting near fall, so he's got the takedown and some near fall, looking to reposition to get the fall. So he'll get the 4 near fall. He goes up 7-0 with a minute 26 to go here in the first period. On the right-hand mat, Morgan lets Wade go again. It's 15-4. And he throws Wade down, so he's going to get the takedown. He's going to have the near fall, and he's going to get the fall as well. And actually, well, we switched our cameras, but we're going to do it again because we have another Delta wrestler coming up on mat number 3. So Ian Bryan with 50 seconds to go in the first period. He's ahead 7-0 as now Carter Anderson gets ready to wrestle on mat number 3 against LaShawn Duran, a freshman out of Carbon. Bryan in on the left side. He's got his man down, getting more near falls. They're being counted out. Anderson over on the far right-hand side, he gets the takedown. So Bryan gets the fall on mat number 2. And Anderson ahead 3-0 with 1:36 to go in the first period. So congratulations to Ian Bryan as he'll advance to the quarterfinals. Anderson looking to join him as he's got that wrestler pretty tight. He's got to get that left shoulder down and he'll have it. Carbon continues to bridge. He's able to get out of it. Gets Anderson out of position, so he'll get a 1-point escape. Not before Anderson gets the near fall. So 7-1, Anderson leads. Oh, just some crazy scrambling happening. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Now the 3-point is awarded to the Carbon wrestler as kind of a crazy scramble right there. Anderson's got his foot kind of caught, but he's able to free it now. Now he can go to work. And we've got another match going on mat number 2 as Bo Bryan is wrestling here. So on this mat on the left, Bo Bryan's taking on Drew Korth. Drew Korth, returning state champ, tough wrestler from Morgan. Drew Korth is a senior with a record of 31-3 as he takes Bo down quickly, has him on his back, near fall being counted. Anderson has 9 seconds to go as he's regained control. He's up 9-4. And Bo Bryan quickly taken care of by Drew Korth, just a incredibly strong wrestler for Morgan. Drew Korth is actually a 2-time state champion and 3-time state finalist, as we saw. He knows how to wrestle. With all of our attention here on mat number 3, we're at the end of the first period. Carter Anderson's ahead 9-4. We do have Trey Bradshaw and Cash Milton that have been put on deck, so they'll be wrestling. So we have both coaches and parents yelling time, time, time as they didn't start the clock to start the second period. And so they bring the official over, or the coach over, to figure out what's happening. So no change to the scoreboard. Anderson down to start the second period. He's leading by 5 points. Anderson has a base, looking to come up, trying to dump Carbon, grabs the arm, maybe looking to get that arm free, turn around and face him. Not able to do so just yet. Minute 35 to go. Anderson comes to his feet. Carbon looking to bulldoze him over. Anderson again comes to his feet, faces him. Pushes him through, trying to get that head underneath. As he gets behind, he goes up 11-4 with that reversal with a minute 15 to go here in the second period. This is a 38 weight pound class. Winner will be advancing to quarterfinals as Anderson now, he's getting some near fall. Uses his knee to try and get that head break that bridge. He wants that fall, steps over, has the bar, has the tight waist. Trying to decide if he wants to keep it or not, but he gives it up so that he can start again. Carbon looking to roll through, and he's able to. Head to the armpit. Anderson looking to bring that arm back behind. Not yet. Again, head to the armpit. Hand on the wrist, gives it up. Okay, 20 seconds to go. Brings the arm across the back. Tries to get it with a half. Here comes some near fall. Has it tight. Right there should be the fall, and it is. So Anderson of Delta gets the fall, and he'll advance to the quarterfinals. We'll bring our attention to mat number 2, as we don't know whether we'll be on mat number 1 or mat number 2, as both Trey Bradshaw and Cash Nelson are on deck. Braxton Kessler in the hole on mat number 1. They've taken care of some blood time here. This match that we're currently waiting to get cleaned up is 144 pounds. Kyler Despain, a sophomore out of Summit Academy. He's in the blue bottoms with the white top, getting his blood taken care of. He's taking on Parker Applegate out of Juab, a sophomore with a record of 18-9. So we'll actually bring it all the way over, as Trey Bradshaw is now coming out on mat number 1. This 144-pound weight class, Delta's Trey Bradshaw, he's got a record of 29-5. He's a junior. He's coming to this tournament with the number 2 seed. We saw earlier Drew Korth take on Bo Bryan, who was the number 1 seed. And hopefully those two will be able to meet in the finals. Official teases the cheerleader, tells them to back up, and says, nope, he's just kidding, as the Delta cheerleaders are fine right where they're at. Bradshaw, he's taking on Everett Lindsay from Richfield, a sophomore with a record of 4-5 on track wrestling. Quick underhook, quick to his back. Bradshaw has the takedown, looking to get near fall. Loses it. He's going to try and reset and work something a little bit different. Lifts that left arm, gets his head underneath, drives him to his back, and he's probably going to get the fall here pretty quick if he can get that right shoulder down. And he does, but he needs to hold it for a little bit longer. And there's the fall. Minute 29 just left in the first period, so Bradshaw quickly makes quick work of him, and he'll move on to a consolation semifinals. Again, we have 2 more matches that are coming up here on mat number 1. Braxton Kessler is up, and we'll have Cash Nelson on mat number 2. So we'll get both of those cameras ready to be able to bring you both of those. So Braxton Kessler, a senior, on mat number 1. He's taking on Juab's Landon Whitaker, a sophomore. Kessler with a great shot, double leg, has the arm, trying to get the near fall as he has the takedown. Needs to get him over. Starting to lose that arm a little bit, but still well positioned. Reaches down, traps the shoulder. Now trying to get the near fall being counted out. And mat number 2, we see Cash Nelson. We just had Trey Bradshaw. Cash Nelson, the senior, number 1 seed at 150 pounds. He's taking on Rhett Littlewood of Richfield. So as they near the edge on the left-hand mat, Kessler was called for potentially dangerous, but nothing that was a violation. Nelson, he gets the takedown and lets him go. This 150-pound quick snap down. He spins behind. He's going to go up 6-1. Minute 34 to go here on the right-hand screen. Official talking to Kessler's opponent as Nelson has his opponent on his back and just needs to get that right shoulder down, and there's the fall. So Kessler still in control, has a good half on, almost trying to cradle, flips through, but able to not get caught on his back. He's trying to maintain control, and he does. He does get some near fall in the process. Brings him back down, has a left arm. He's up 7-0 with 50 seconds to go, looking to get another half. Has a wrist, has a half. Oh, I think he probably got a full Nilsson as he was trying to switch, did it a little too quickly. And so 1 point technical violation. So he's still up 7-1, 42 seconds to go in the first period. Okay, Kessler lifts him up with his left arm trapped, trying to lift that leg, trying to get a big step in as Bresser was holding on to Kessler's leg. He's able to break it. 27 seconds to go in the first period. Has a tight waist. Working that right arm, has a bar. He has 15 seconds to score or pin. He runs it, loses it. 10 seconds to run it. And time's going to not be in his favor, but he's done well this first period as he's up 7-1. Okay, on mat number 2, Garrett Perry of Juab just beat Hiram Foster of Richfield by fall. And over on mat number 3, Landon Penrod of North St. Pete, he's ahead of Dylan Peterson of Morgan, 7-0. Starting second period, we're still neutral, and we're going to switch our cameras a little bit as now we have Kessler, who will put him back on the left-hand side. And we've got Dominic Villegas here on the right hand. Kessler, though, he's in great position, looking to get the fall. He has the near fall, and it looks like he has the fall, and he does. So this is a 157-pound weight class. Dominic Villegas brings him to the airs and near the score table, goes out of band. He's taking on Gabriel Vargas, Juan Diego. Villegas, a sophomore. Vargas, ninth grader. Dom's brother, unfortunately, hurt his shoulder, and he's out for the season. He was a senior, and we were looking for him to have a good divisional tournament. But we wish him well as he hopefully gets a speedy recovery. And the 4 years that he's had being able to wrestle for Delta, he's helped make the team better. Especially we've kind of struggled to have some of the upper weights this year. He's kind of filled that gap in for Delta. Vegas, Dominic, he now leads 3-0 with 1:15 to go in the first period at 157 pounds. Vegas looking to stack him, but nothing awarded in terms of near fall. Looks like he's trying to get a half on, has a wrist. Switches hands, goes to the other side. Now 2-on-1. Now goes down to the leg, tries to grab at the knee, wants to step through. Tries to lift, not able to. 30 seconds to go in the first period as Villegas leads 3-0. Over on mat number 3, Landon Penrod of North St. Pete just won. And on mat number 2, Woolsey of Morgan just defeated another Vargas of Juan Diego. Okay, 4 seconds to go for Villegas in this first period. Caution called on the Juan Diego wrestler, not having the hands positioned far enough forward. Okay, now the official waves him off as he kind of came down a little too fast, a little too hard, needs to settle in. So both wrestlers get a caution. Delta's going to choose down after Juan Diego elects to defer. Wrestling over on mat number 1, sophomore from Juab, Lad Holman. He's a state champ. He leads 6-1, but they've got blood time right there. Stalling called here on mat number 2 for Juan Diego, as he was not able to return Villegas quick enough to the mat. Great escape by Villegas, and then as soon as he gets the escape, turns around and takes a shot as he looks to finish it. Needs to crawl up the body. He does. He gets the takedown. He's going to cut him. He's up 7-0, minute 35 to go in the second period. Quick takedown again. Looks to get that half. He has it. And Vargas able to pull it off. Villegas looks to go 2-on-1. Gives it up. So he's going to cut him loose. He's up 10-2 with that escape. Looks to lift with that double leg. Able to get the half in. He needs to get the half in. Not able to just yet. They're nearing the edge. And both wrestlers apparently thought that they heard a whistle from the other mat, and they both stopped, kind of getting him out of position. As Villegas looks to the official, trying to see if they've gone out, if he wants them to recenter, but not yet. As we have 50 seconds to go, he leads 13-3, and he shows to the official blood time. Official talking to the cheerleaders, talking about hearing the sizzle. Not sure what that meant, but they apparently understood and enjoyed that. Over on mat number 1, Holman ahead 9-2. And on mat number 3, Alex Urateria of Carbon is ahead over Esteban Nunez 8-1. We do have Colton Anderson, who is on deck to go on mat number 1 as soon as Lad Holman's match concludes. But we're here with Villegas, who leads 13-2 as he looks to expand it. He's up 16-3, 40 seconds to go. Has the half, now getting the near fall. So he's got the technical fall at the very least, but now he's going to try and finish it with the fall. 30 seconds to go, but he's going to win either way. .13 seconds to go. Oh, he gets the fall. 5 seconds to go. So that will help with the advancement points as they get 1 point for a win, a half a point for a major. Sorry, let me go back again. Yeah, a point for a win, a point and a half. I'm trying to remember. Half a point for a win, a point for a major, a point and a half for a technical fall, and 2 points for a win as we look at the tournament scoring. So we're back to mat number 1. This is the one featuring Delta Connection Lad Holman, son of Coach Joel Holman. He's ahead 12-3 with a minute 13 to go. They've had quite a bit of blood time. He's taking on Brizan Anderson of Morgan. Lad Holman is shown with a track wrestling record of 41-0. Holman elected for the alternate start to get Morgan on his back, able to do so. Near fall being counted. He wants the fall, but Morgan kind of gets out of position, so he'll extend his lead 16-3. 50 seconds to go in the first period. Over on mat number 3, there's a close match featuring Carbon's Alex Urateria up 8-7 over Nunez of Juan Diego. He's now up actually 13-8. That's you, that's me. Again, they have blood time. Mat number 2, which is off camera, we've got Bryson Ferguson. He's leading 3-0. Ferguson is of Carbon taking on Richfield. And over on mat number 3, Carbon's Uretaria beat Nunes 13-8. We're still in the first round here at the Hive at the 2025 Divisional B tournament. We do want to thank the athletic director here at Juan Diego High School, super accommodating and allowing us to have a space to be able to bring you this match. Holding up 16-3. He's got near fall. Eight seconds to go. He's looking for the fall, and he does get the fall with 6 seconds to go in the first period. So Colton Anderson, sophomore for Delta. He's taking on Braxton Branham of Richfield. Branham, a senior with a record of 15-26 on the season. So Colton actually wrestled him at the Winter Classic, beat him 7-2. Also, Dominic Vegas has wrestled the Richfield wrestler that we're going to watch and beat him 10-3. I've seen this kid wrestle for a few years. Super strong wrestler in terms of his just physical strength. Anderson's sporting a new haircut. I wonder if he needed to cut that today to make weight, as he is a shaved head, which I haven't seen him with yet. Anderson had an underhook, gave it up. Minute 30 to go in the first period. 157 pounds. We're very early in the tournament, but as we just take a minute to look at the team score, Delta is ahead 36. Juab is second with 27.5. Morgan 23.5, and North St. Pete fourth with 18.5. But again, just a little over halfway in the first round. A lot of wrestling to go. So we've hit the 1 minute mark in the first period. No scores. Anderson of Delta taking on Branham. Anderson has the white top. Stalling called on Richfield. Oh, carefully as they go out of bounds. We were able to pull up before too much happened. Again, no score, 36 seconds to go. And this is Colton Anderson at 157 pounds. Tied up, Anderson's left hand looks like he's trying to do a type of shrug or something as he gets on the arm, tries to snap him down. Nothing yet. 15 seconds. Okay, another stall called for Richfield as time expires. So that will actually award a point to Anderson, who's trying to get a double leg going. Coaches tell him to defer as it's Delta's choice. Branham of Richfield. He deferred. There's a incorrect score. It was 2-0, but it's actually 1-0, so they make the correction. Crowther of Morgan just defeat Hurst of Juan Diego for 157 pounds. And over on mat number 3, Kel Hoops of Juab is ahead 3-0 over James Newman of Carbon. So Richfield chooses down. Anderson looking to get him broke down. Has a tight waist. Okay, it's tied now as Brahman of Richfield comes to his feet. Minute to go. Anderson with a double leg. For the third time, goes out of bounds as he gets some good shots, but is not able to finish them in bounds. 57 seconds to go. Tied 1-1. 157 pounds. Over on mat number 3, Hoops is ahead 9-1 in the second period. Anderson trying to get his right arm back. He's able to. Again, this Richfield wrestler, super strong. When he grabs a hold of something, hard to get him to let go of it. .27 seconds to go in the second period, tied 1-1. Coach is telling Anderson to snap. 15 seconds. We do have Zager Thatcher, who's been assigned a mat. He'll be on the deck here on mat number 2. And time will expire tied as we head in the third period. Delta's choice. He looks to the coaches. He's going to choose bottom. There's going to be a caution for Richfield. Official tells him that not to just kind of land on top. Anderson quickly comes to his feet, locking hands. He can score still. But not, oh, he does. So he'll get at 1 point for locking of hands, 1 point escape. He goes up 3-1, minute 48 to go in the third period at 157 pounds. Anderson quick to take a shot. Hasn't been able to finish one yet. There he does. He keeps able to keep his toe in bounds. Trying to push him over and keep that toe in. And he's probably not going to be able to as he just doesn't have the leverage. He's just going to come around and reset in the middle. So he goes up 6-1. Minute 28 to go. Anderson's up 6-1. Goes for a tight waist. Looks like he has maybe 2-on-1 trying to break him down. On mat number 2, Leaky Lane of Carbon's at 70-6 over Morgan's Wardle. And with that, we've got near fall. I think that maybe is going to be a tech fall, so we'll have Zager Thatcher coming up in just a moment there. As soon as he does, we'll put a second camera on there and bring you both matches. As Anderson, for the umpteenth time, they've ended up over on that side of the map, going out of bounds, but he's still ahead 6-2. 50 seconds to go in the third period.